Hi, I'm back with Publishing 101. And what's another step you need to take before you actually publish? Do you know? Tell me down below. So, we have covered several different things, all the videos in here, and I put them all on YouTube so you can find them easier. So, remember to follow me on YouTube. Today, we're going to talk about how to create a book launch team and why it's important to choose influencers and reliable people. Okay. So let's look at what is a book launch team. These are people that are willing to, one, take a look at your confidential manuscript and review it for you, to give you a review. But you also want them to be reliable enough to post that review on Amazon or Barnes and Noble or wherever you're putting it, and on Goodreads. So that's why I said they have to be reliable, because there's several things they're going to have to do. Oh, I got an itchy nose. Anyway, and one extra step is if they would be willing on their social media platform. You know, those people that love to post on social media and they have a following. Those are the people you want to reach out to that will help you promote your book the day of the launch. So let's get started. What are we going to do? You're going to make a list. Get yourself a journal or something. Where is mine? Okay. Get yourself a little book and begin to write down up to 50 people. You're not going to use them all, maybe up to 50 people that you feel have a good social circle on social media. And that includes LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of it. Who out there do you follow that loves social media and has people following them? Okay. Then put people on this list in your black book here, okay, or whatever color you decide. Who are the people that are reliable? Yeah, reliability is key, because just because someone has a big network, will they follow through and help you? So who's reliable? Give a check mark if it's more than, if you're starting to realize, oh, this person she's good on social media, she's very reliable. Okay. Who's willing to follow directions? Okay. Because that's another part. I actually have a PDF that has a basic outline of how to create a book launch team. And if you would like it, then say yes down below and give me your email and I will send it to you for free. All right. So we want individuals that have a social network, they are reliable, and they can understand directions. So in this PDF, I have directions, and those directions include how to stay in touch with your book launch team, your influencers, to give them the steps that they need at each point in time. For example, one, Dear Mary, I've enclosed a copy of the, first of all, thank you so much for being part of my book launch team, right? Because you've already got approval from them. Enclosed is a copy of my confidential manuscript for yours all eyes only, not to be duplicated or shared, so that you can write a review about my story. Thank you so much. And I need it by this date. We usually give them, depending on the size of the book, a few weeks. Okay. If you're only going to give them part of the book, they can probably get it sooner if they say, I can't do a whole book, but give me part of it. All right. That's fine. But if you can get them the whole book and give them adequate time to read it, that's even better. All right. So you want to be specific. So make yourself a little spreadsheet or a calendar, get a calendar, maybe a board or something. What is going to be your deadline to get these reviews back to you? Because one of the things I do is I like to create on Canva, little posters with their review and your books and things like that. So you can do that. All right. So give them a time frame. Send them a welcome e-letter after you have decided who they are on that list, right? Who is actually going to follow through, right? They have social media, they have reliability, and they're coachable. They take instructions very well. So here's what I find sometimes with book launch teams. They're all excited to help you, and 70% will come through. That's why you're going to make a list of about 50, because 70% of them will come through. And then when they have to actually give you the review, maybe 70% of those people come through. So see how it dwindles down? And then when it comes to helping you on your book launch day, maybe 50 of those people will actually follow through. So when all is said and done, how many people are you going to have left to help you on your book launch? So if you've got 10 really good people, that's wonderful. If you have 30, even better. Okay. So again, say yes down below and I'll send you the PDF to get started with your book launch team. I need your email and I will send that out to you. But now here's what I also do with my book launch team. I create a group, and maybe some of you are on my book launch team for my book and you've seen the group that I have, right? And so what have I been doing in there? Well, this is what you want to do. You want to invite your team in there. And sometimes they're going to dwindle away. So take them out. Don't have dead weight in there. All right. They don't even know they're gone sometimes. Okay. But keep them encouraged, keep them inspired, give them little teases about your book so that it reminds them, I have to read this manuscript. Okay. Give them reminders on when it's due. And when the reviews start to come in that group, have them posted in the group so that someone else sees it, or Linda sees it, she goes, oh my God, I got to finish this book because so-and-so just posted the review and that's a great review and I have to get mine in here. So it keeps the momentum going. I found this very valuable and started doing it only recently because I was in a publishing class and that was a suggestion they have. So I'm going to put that into future books and stuff that I put out for you guys. Okay. So if you have questions, please ask me below. All right. So now we've got our team. We're at the final moment of, all right, my book launch is coming up. What are you going to do to thank your team? One of the things I love to do is give them a copy of the book autographed when it comes out. And I also give them the opportunity to purchase the book in case they want to give it as gifts. So they just want an extra copy for whatever reason, to purchase it on a soft secret launch before it goes public. So I mark it down as low as I possibly can on KDP. I send them an email and I say, hey, for the next 24 hours, you got the opportunity to go buy this at cost, basically, right? They love it. They absolutely love it. All right. If you want to send a little gift or something, like I have bookmarks that I've got for my book. It's going to go in the book. I also ordered some little buttons and stuff. So any swag you have that you want to send them or something else, then go ahead and do that. It's nice to show your gratitude to the people that are helping you. Now, on book launch day, the ones that are willing to take those little posters that you've made on Canva, which are really easy to make. Let me tell you what you're going to put on it. You're going to put an image of you, all right? In a nice circle, maybe. You're going to put an image of your book. And then on the right side, you're going to take the most important part of a review is what they liked and why people should read it. Some people give you really long reviews. You're never going to fit it on the banner. It's going to be too small and it's all not needed. So if somebody says to me, Gloria's book, Too Many Goodbyes, I take that out. I take it out. I don't need it because Gloria's photo is already there and the book with the title is already there, right? I look at the review and I say, well, what really touched them or what was important into them? And so I take that sentence and I have to edit it sometimes so that you get to do a little editing. And I put one or two sentences of value on that poster. All right. And then I have their name, their title, and if they're an author, I want to co-promote and reciprocate to them. So I find, especially in this group, we got lots of writers and authors. So this is why it's important in this group to start making friends, okay? Build relationships because we're willing to help you. We know how hard it is to get our books out there and get visible, all right? So now let's say Dina's in here and she's got a book. So I have her name and the title of her book. All right. So that when she posted and when I posted, guess what? It's getting double exposure, not only my book, but hers. Oh my God. Yeah, that's right. Dina wrote a book too. I have to go get hers. So then they go purchase maybe both of the books. So it's important to learn how to build your community, network, and set this up when? The week before? Absolutely not. Okay. Set up your book launch team at least 3 months prior, because those 50 names that you put in here, by the time you figure out who really has a social network, who is reliable, who's going to actually take it through and follow instructions, you might have a smaller list. Go create your Facebook group, your book launch team with the name of your book, even if it's not ready yet, okay? Put these people in there, tell them you're going to invite them, and you can keep the instructions in there as well. Because even though you sent an email, let's face it, how many times do we forget to read them, accidentally delete them? Okay. So in your Facebook group for your book launch team, you will have all your directions. So again, tell me yes down below, and I will send you a copy of the basic book launch team steps that you need to get started with. And I am happy to answer questions about that if you're confused in any way, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And then just remember, watch this about the Facebook team, because that's not in that original book. I have to redo it and add some other things. Now, what else can you do for your book launch? You want to start doing little teasers. If you have been following me on my timeline or my author page, I put teasers. Now, do you have an author page? And you may say, well, I'm not ready to publish. Doesn't matter. Do you know how long it takes to build a following? Sure you do, right? It takes time. So part of your launch, your book launch, is to have your author page set up and start doing little teasers. Again, go on Canva, maybe make some nice graphics. Go follow some of the stuff I'm doing. My fan page is Gloria Coppola, author. Go look at some of the things I'm doing, or even on my timeline. Then you want to do little teaser videos. Oh, you're afraid? Well, just take the chance and do it, okay? And if you're not ready to do a video, then do a little teaser on your thing. What is a teaser? A teaser is taking a part of your book, not telling them completely about it. So for example, let's go to the beginning of your story. Tell me what the beginning of your story is about. All right. So the beginning of my story is the woman is sitting at a cafe table. She's older and she's reminiscing, and she writes in journals, and she's reminiscing. And this is what she says: tapping the pen on the cafe table, she wrote, "What would have happened if I made different choices?" So you can create a teaser off that. You can put your opening line if it's catchy and has a hook, or I can go in and say, have you ever made choices that you doubted later on in life and wondered what would happen? Well, Alexandra, my main character, is sitting here 50 years later wondering, at 17, should she have done something different? So you want to do things like that. And then maybe down in the next week or day or whatever, you take another section. So go through your book slowly. Don't write it exactly the way it's in the book. Give them a teaser, okay? So that's part of your book launch. Now, what else can you do? If you have ideas, tell us down below what you've been doing for your book launch. So now get into some of these authors groups. You're in this one. We need to build this and get more excitement in here so that we know what you're writing. We're following you. We are excited about you publishing your book. And when you publish your book, you tell us in here and you put the link so we can go buy it. Okay. Now, does it mean just put it once? No. Every week I tell you to share. How many times does somebody have to see something before they buy it? Nowadays, 12, 15 times. That's right. Because we're busy, things are moving fast. So don't be afraid when I say share day, like today is Sunday share day. Go put your information about your book, even if it's not published yet. Tell us, okay? Find another author group out there that's actually supportive. Some of them are just very critical in there. They put people down. I get out of those. I don't want to be in that kind of space. I just found Bookish Road Trip, and I highly recommend that group. I just got off a call with them, actually, a Zoom call. And these women are amazing. They are supportive. They will help you. Instead of criticizing you, they will encourage you. They might suggest maybe a new editor or something or whatever you need. All right. So just like here, we have a community. They have one as well, but they hook you up with all these other industry leaders and so forth. And so good place to hang out and tell them I sent you. All right. And then, like I'm always taking publishing classes. I'm in so many right now. So everything I learn, I share with you. And that's why this community is built here, not to keep it a secret. We all know how hard it is to get our books out there to go bestseller. So we don't want to keep secrets. It's not going to help anybody, okay? Share your resources in here if you find something good that's really been wonderful and has helped you, okay? Very important. Also, on a book launch, get on podcast. Do it before the book comes out. Do it when the book comes out, and do it again to relaunch your book. don't do things once. You have to stay in momentum. So I have a podcast called The Next Chapter. And even if you are writing your book, you should be connecting with me to get on that podcast, 15 minutes or so, and we're just going to chat like girlfriends in a coffee shop or something. Okay, it'll go on my podcast so people can hear, and you will get a link to share on your website, on your social media, on your newsletters. So don't wait for the book to come out. All of this to launch your book happens now, yesterday, 6 months ago. All right. So this is your book launch team in here. Take advantage of meeting people in here, getting to know them. Matter of fact, tell us what your book is about. Tell us the title, or tell us what the genre is, because maybe you write sci-fi, but not everybody's into sci-fi, or you write romance and some people like romance, but some people don't. Maybe you're a thriller or an action suspenseful, or maybe you're nonfiction and you have self-help, transformational, and Christian books. Tell us down below so we can get acquainted with you. So to create your book launch team, we have to know who you are, and you have to know how we can support you. So I hope these tips help you. Please let me know if they do. Drop a line below, and I want to interview you on the next chapter. Have a beautiful day.